Around 300 million years ago, all land on Earth formed a single supercontinent called Pangaea. Over millions of years, the movement of continental plates slowly tore it apart. The Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific Oceans gradually formed, along with the 7 continents we recognize today. The separation and collision of Europe, Africa, and Asia gave birth to a new sea, the Mediterranean, the sea in the middle of the Earth. Today, the Mediterranean is a sea with many unique features. It covers only 1% of the total surface of the world's oceans and is almost completely landlocked. It has a natural opening to the Atlantic Ocean at the narrow Strait of Gibraltar, its major source of water replenishment.
The recycling rate of the Mediterranean water is very low. Mediterranean needs at least 1 or 2 centuries in average to renew its waters. That means whatever we introduce like pollutant in this sea, it will stay there for centuries.
Despite lacking tides, the Mediterranean is dynamic, driven by wind, currents, and upwellings, indicated by chlorophyll levels. Chlorophyll is green pigmentation in microscopic marine plants called phytoplankton. Phytoplankton is the basis of marine food chains and indicates areas of high productivity. Productivity is highest in the Western Mediterranean.
It's a very productive area, a very interesting area, because it has a mixture of Atlantic and Mediterranean characteristics. So, due to the clash of these different water masses, it produces a lot of upwellings, a lot of productivity.
6 million years ago, the biodiversity of the Mediterranean Sea underwent an enormous change. Massive earthquakes caused the Strait of Gibraltar to close, transforming the Mediterranean into an inland sea. The water evaporated, leaving a desert and a few saline lakes. Marine life disappeared. After 1 million years, earthquakes split the land once again, forming the largest waterfall in the history of the Earth, reopening the strait. Along with new water came new life. The North Atlantic is considerably colder and more nutrient-rich than the Mediterranean. As a result, the sea in the middle of the Earth gave rise to unique ecosystems and a rich array of species. Among the new arrivals to the Mediterranean Sea were whales, dolphins, and porpoises. Today, 8 species of cetaceans regularly inhabit the Mediterranean Sea. 2 large whales are found here. Fin whales are the second largest animal on the planet. These enormous streamlined animals are the fastest of all whales, traveling at speeds up to 30 knots.
The fin whale is the only and the largest mysticid living in the Mediterranean Sea. The population has been estimated in about 3,500 individuals in the western part of the Mediterranean Sea. 900 to 1,000 of animals concentrate during the summer month in the Ligurian Sea to feed on krill.
Sperm whales are the largest of the toothed whales. They roam the sea in family groups. A diversity of smaller cetacean species are also spread across the basin. The common bottlenose dolphin is robust and inquisitive. It is one of the most widespread and best known of cetaceans throughout the world. The short-beaked common dolphin is sleek and strikingly colored. Their small, torpedo shape is designed for speed and maneuverability. Further offshore, the striped dolphin is exquisitely marked and easily distinguished. Demonstrating their trademark high-speed, acrobatic style, they readily approach boats to bow ride. The Rizzo's dolphin is an elusive animal that roams deep water in small social groups. Its blunt head lacks the beak of most dolphins, and its gray body is etched with white scars made by the teeth of its companions. The deepest trenches are the realm of the rarely sighted Cuvier's beaked whale. A poorly understood species, it is among the least known group of all cetaceans worldwide. Longfin pilot whales readily gather in groups to rest and socialize. The Western Mediterranean Sea is the only place in the world where this behavior is regularly observed around boats. Geographic isolation means most cetacean species in the Mediterranean rarely, if ever, breed with other populations. As a result, they have evolved slight genetic differences which make them unique. Yet, most people remain unaware of their existence.
Education and public awareness is a major issue because we have populations of animals, of cetaceans that live and are unique from the Mediterranean Sea, and not many people are aware of that. Being a scientist, I always say that I study whales and say, oh, where do you go? You go to Alaska, you go to fancy part of the world, and say, no, I go to Liguria. And most of the time they say, why are there cetaceans in the Ligurian Sea or in the Mediterranean Sea?
In Europe, most people still encounter dolphins in aquaria. However, there are a few places in the Mediterranean Sea where people can watch cetaceans from boats. In Imperia, Italy, the whale watch company Blue West takes passengers out to the Ligurian Sea Sanctuary to watch animals in their natural environment.
We started 12 years ago. That was the summer of 1996. After all, our effort was on the whale watching was to communicate to the big public. Now all people, I think, they're more involved into this, and I think it's also because the whale watching is bringing my company, other company, bringing people out, and someone have seen whales and know what it's like.
Scientists who study cetaceans in the Mediterranean increasingly offer opportunities for people of all ages to participate in their research. Earthwatch and other eco-volunteer programs provide access, enabling people to learn about these animals while studying them. It is the hope that this will raise public awareness by providing a connection to the natural world.
I've always been interested in the environment. I try and do my bit at home. And I just heard from friends how there were species in the sea that were being threatened, so I thought I'd come along and see for myself. And I've been here for about 10 days now, and I've just learnt so much. The first thing was that there are whales in the Mediterranean, which is absolutely amazing, and I've actually probably been within a few feet of them. It's been a really good experience.
So we need to invest lots of effort and lots of energy in education and public awareness to render people aware that the animals are there and they can do a lot to protect and to help us to conserve their status and not to threaten them anymore and more than what they are already threatened.
Some of the world's most ancient and significant human civilizations have risen along the shores of the Mediterranean Sea. Dolphins, in particular, play an important part in the history and culture of the region. Today, this relationship is changing. The Mediterranean is one of the most densely populated regions in the world. Inhabited by over 400 million people and encompassed by 21 nations, approximately 10% of the world's population lives here. Enclosed seas tend to be highly impacted because human activity is so concentrated along the coast.
And is surrounded by some of the most industrialized countries in the world. So it's a kind of concentration of all the chemicals that are produced to human activity in the last 100 years.
All cetaceans living in the Mediterranean Sea are subject to numerous pressures that show little sign of moderating and may be worsening.
So the dolphins, particularly striped dolphin, bottlenose dolphin, common dolphin in the Mediterranean Sea are 10 times more contaminated than the same species in the Atlantic.
In addition to adverse health effects caused by invisible chemical pollution, cetaceans are regularly caught in fishing nets. Their prey is being depleted by overfishing and illegal fishing activities. They are disturbed by excessive noise pollution and are being hit by ships. Overall, their habitat is being severely degraded, while most people don't even know that there are whales in the Mediterranean Sea.
I think we need to have scientists working more with local groups and communities, but we also need to get the media involved. People right now, they don't necessarily associate whales and dolphins with the Mediterranean. They should, and that story needs to be told.